Jeanne Streiff here, and I am going to show you today how to make this real pretty Becky Brown purse using products from Faber Castell, Design Memory Craft, and some dies from Sizzix. This is what my purse looks like, and I'll show you how to do the background, and then I'll show you how I decorated my die cuts. These purses are kind of neat because they have a little insert so that all your stuff doesn't get in with the customizable insert. And it just pops out like that. So you can have a purse to match whatever you're wearing or any occasion, if you want it for a holiday or a special whatever. You could add pictures. Like I say, today we're doing die cuts and a pretty little background. So I started out with just a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to be using the Faber Castell Design Memory Craft Paper Crafters crayons. This is the red-yellow set, and all I'm going to do is scribble. Easy enough. I'm just going to block out some shapes. Just real simple, almost a circle, but not quite a circle. I'm just going to cover everything with some color. It doesn't matter if everything's the same size or a little different. I try to go to the edges and everything. Another color, overlap a little bit, all we're doing today is just laying down a bunch of color. These have a little twist cap, so you don't even have to sharpen them. There, a little bit more orange here, to a different color. This is a pretty pink, almost a purple. It doesn't really matter if your shapes are all the same or if they're a little bit different or if you have a little bit more of one color than another. It's just however you want to do it. If you like orange more than you like the purple, then you can just go ahead and add more orange. I just wanted a variety of colors. Space down there. Get nice little blends when you go over the top of another color. Just fill in all the rest here. So we don't have any gaps. So now we've got that pretty well covered. Now we're going to take our spatula, and this comes in the Design Memory Craft Toolkit. And all I'm going to do is just take an edge, and I'm just going to scrape in a diagonal motion. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be even. Just want to get some texture going. And I'm going to go the opposite way. Scrape down that way. This fun texture. Down here. So I've got a clean spot to work again. But this is basically all I did for the background area. So what's that? Now, if you want to, you can take one of your gelatos. This is what, blood red. And finish off your edge a little bit. The fun thing about the Design Memory Craft products is they all mix and match. So you can take a gelato right along with the Paper Crafter crayons. The colors will all work together. And that's all there is to making the background. I'm going to set that aside. Get myself a clean spot to work here. Sort of clean at least. I'm going to wipe my finger off. Always keep a damp paper towel around, because a lot of this stuff I just use my finger for. So next I'm going to show you how I made my flowers. And this is a die cut from Sizzix, just again on white cardstock, and then I'm going to make them look like this. Flip it so it's, there we go. I'm going to start out with, this is buttercream. Part there. I'm just going to go around the edges, the top. I don't want to do the whole flower, I just want to get, so I'm leaving a little bit of the lighter underneath it. This isn't really a particular type of flower, I just sort of made it up as I went, which is the fun part about making flowers. I go a little bit around the edges. I don't want it to be real matchy-matchy even either. I want it to each one be a little bit individual. That's the fun thing about flowers, is they really aren't super symmetrical. They always have one petal that's darker than the other, or one that's more streaky than the other, or something. So I'm going to take, I think this is mango. Yep, mango. And I'm going to put that in the center. Then I'm going to take my finger and smudge this off. Now I'm going lighter to darker, or yeah, lighter to darker today. So I can kind of get away with not cleaning my finger off in between every layer of color I'm putting on. Okay. So this is blood orange. I'm going to add that. the center just to darken it up even just a little bit more in there. Just a little bit. I'm going to add just a wee bit of that to the tip of the, just using what I have on my finger, just to give it a little bit more dimension there. And then next, I'm going to take, this is the Stamper's Big Brush pen, and this is Scarlet. And I'm going to start making some dots. And this gives just a wee bit of dry time. And the fun part about it is you can kind of take it and lighten it up just a tad. These brush pens are India ink, so they really work well with wet mediums. So you could actually use these right directly on a stamp and then watercolor with it, and it won't bleed out. But they're fun on top of these gelatos. Alright, all that's left is I'm going to add a little center. I've got this on a glue dot. Let's see if I can get it off all in one piece. This little felt die cut flower. I'm going to put that in the center there. And then I'm going to take my big brush pen again and just dot the center. So give it just a little bit more texture. Now, you can just leave it like this, or you can give it a little extra. I didn't want it two-dimensional because it was going into the purse. If it was on a card or something, I'd probably give it a wee bit more. But just adding just a wee bit like that makes a big difference. And I usually shape flowers with my fingers. Once again, I just don't like it really symmetrical, so different areas get different. And that's all it is to making the flower. Let's see how we did that there. And I've got 3 different sizes of flowers on my insert. Now next I'm going to show you how I added just a little bit of pizzazz to the die cut leaves. I'm going to use green tea and coconut gelatos, and all I'm doing is real simply adding right around the stem area, just to darken that up a little bit. And I'm just taking my finger and kind of tapping, getting the excess off. It kind of catches up every once in a while in the stem area. So, and then I'm just going to kind of dot a little bit of color onto the leaves, so they're just not flat. I don't like flat. I want it to have a little bit of texture, even if it's just a minor amount. It makes a big difference, those little bitty details. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white. This is the coconut gelato. And this will just add a little highlights here and there. I'm just doing this on the leaf, not on the stem itself, just to give a little extra texture. And that is all there is to it. So we've got our leaves and our stems and our background and our pretty flowers. So, put the purse back together for you. one last look at that. Add the insert. And we've got our pretty purse. Thank you for visiting today. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Bye-bye.